Welcome to MagicGatheringStrat. I'm Bava, and we just opened a M14 pack for a Swiss draft, and I have hard choices already. Bog Brew Witch, search for a card named Festering Newt or Bubbling Cauldron, put it onto the battlefield tapped, shuffle your library. The combo's right here. I don't know if I want it necessarily. So we have that shock right there, and I'm sort of just tempted to take it. I'm not super tickled about the witch. Tusker's good, and so is the Mark of the Vampire. But I think I'm just going to take the shock and see what else comes around to greet me. I'm not sold on that Bog Brew Witch combo. And as much as I like Bubbling Cauldron, I don't know if I would get both of them. Right here, I don't know if the Mana Weft Sliver is better or worse than the Elvish Mystic. Getting 1 mana of any color, having more ramp with other slivers seems okay. I could go for this green-red deck. It's pretty open. Alright, so there's a Woodborn Behemoth. We could go for the straight-up slivers deck, right? Do you think that Predatory Sliver is going to come back around? Alternately, we could take the Behemoth, who's pretty rad all the time. I think he's a better pick than that Predatory Sliver. We might see some of those guys come back around, unless someone's putting the Sliver deck together. Man. Alright, we're going to take the Predatory Sliver now. And hope maybe some of the other Predatory Slivers come around, because we're seeing a lot of slivers here, which is pretty sweet. I'm happy with a giant spider here. There's a cauldron, but here's a mystic. I don't want anybody to think that green's open. So let's grab the mystic. Keep on our sliver plan here. Maybe we'll even be 5-color slivers. We'd have to get the Mana Weft or some other sort of fixing. Alright, so Bubbling Cauldron, Blur Sliver, Verdant Haven for the fixing. I kind of like trying to put the slivers deck together again. We could do Naya slivers. No reason to be 5-color unless we see some of the really good, slivers come in. It doesn't look like those Predatories are coming back around, but we're not there. 9 cards. Maybe that one we passed. Someone did take that Tusker, so someone else is looking at green. We do have some ramp here, right? The other Blur Sliver or the Sentinel Sliver here? Little mana fixing. Take that forest. Take those hive strings though. Sliver, 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 sliver. Fire Shrieker on some slivers. We also have Canyon Minotaur. Ground Shaker slivers probably comes back around. Hunt the Weak. Pretty good piece of removal. I think I just want the Fire Shrieker here as my first pick, because it's going to do some work. Johnny's Chosen. There's a Giant Growth, and there's an Active Treason. And a Corrupt. I don't know, let's try taking the Giant Growth here. I don't love the Chosen. And they don't love me. Sliver Construct. There's a Shock coming around. I think I'll just grab that. I don't think our Sliver thing's really going to happen, huh? Alright, so Howl of the Night Pack's good. And Thunderstrike's a good trick. Striking Sliver is good. Too slow. And not great. Howl of the Night Pack could work out. Depends how fast we're going to be, huh? Let's take the Academy Reader there. I think maybe this is a good deck for Seismic Stomp. So we're going to get in with early damage, we're going to be quick, and then maybe we can stop him from blocking and get in for the rest of our damage. Sort of prefer a Lava Axe to a 7-mana Sliver. But hell, he's a Sliver. Come with haste and first strike and a +1, and the Mana Weft Sliver could help us ramp quite a bit if we see it. Let's just take this Blood Baron away from somebody. I'll take that Thunder Strike. Alright. Well, things aren't looking great. Looking pretty consistent though. Maybe we just get rid of these. We're on a pretty compact 16 lander. Do we take Windstorm here? Or the Giant Spider? I'd rather have the Giant Spider, I think, than the Windstorm. or the plummet, because at least he puts a body on the board. There's a Mutavault, which we will take 100%. And that's awesome that that got passed to us. Thank you. Yeah, we saw so many slivers go by. Someone decided they needed those slivers. Alright, do we take that dark steel ingot? Do we take another giant spider? Do we take a giant growth? Do we take a thunder strike? I kind of just want the giant growth. I'm going to take the giant growth here. And is the deadly recluse here? Or the other striking sliver? It's a tough choice. We need the, I think, recluse there. Alright. If our curve stops at 4, ooh, enlarge. If our curve stops at 5, then maybe we just take the other seismic stop. Maybe we're just going to... Can we beat down fast enough for that to work? Enlarge is better, right? It's our big finisher. Alright, I'll play that. Yeah. We can take a sentinel sliver. No, we're not taking the Angelica Court though. Maybe we are just hating the Angelica Court here. I've played that enough. I don't want someone else to get it. Just like I don't want them to have a Rod of Ruin. We're never gonna get there. Huh. I don't want them to have cheap creatures. And who knows, he could come in here. And the storm's coming back around for my sideboard. Seems fine. We only got the one pump sliver. I'm gonna take the grotto. Alright. Yeah. Darksteel Forge is a weird card. No. Do we want the enlarge? Do we want our curve just to end at 4? Shock, shock, striking sliver. We don't need the mystic. We're not going to play him. I don't want the lay of the land either. Or do I want the lay of the land more than the shimmering grotto? count as creatures. Recluse. Alright. So this is where we are with 17 land. We've got 2 Giant Growth, 2 Thunderstrike, 2 Shock. We've got 3 colors. Mana Weft does some fixing. We've barely got any white. I guess this is what we go for. Maybe we take out the Academy Reader. And trade for Lay of the Land. If we're going to play 3 colors, I think maybe having that fixing is good. But you need to get green to see that. Don't know if this is going to do it. Just not convinced. Well, our slivers are not fantastic. So we went all in on a pretty bad strategy here, I think. Let's watch this crash and burn. 654. Seems fine. Says we have 12 creatures. We really have more with these 3 drops here. Alright, well, let's give this a go and see how it works out. You never know, this could be just the thing, or it could be way too slow. Alright, well, we'll see you guys in round 1, and